Welcome back on this channel, Bratans. I'm going all in. As we see in the morning time, 5 a.m. European time, Bitcoin dipped in a 15-minute candle heavily, and I'm doing exactly what Baron Rothschild said. He said the best time to buy is when there is blood in the streets, and I explain you exactly what happened, what caused the dump, which altcoins I'm buying, and don't panic. Over 400 million people got wrecked. Mostly you see it's a long position which got wrecked. With the words of the Martini guy, that whole dump screams manipulated, orchestrated VC dumping. The only reason for market crash at 5 a.m. is because somebody wanted it to crash, and this is the reason also why I'm buying. We see Matic fell by 90%, Solana 70%, ADA 60%, Filecoin by 20%, Sand 19%, and all of the reasons was that the tokens has been listed as securities by the SEC, and for this reason the only logical thing for Robinhood, which is an American exchange, is to delist Cardano, Polygon and Solana tokens. And there are rumors that they are holding a lot of some of these tokens, and what they also said, they will, this crypto assets like ADA, Matic and Solana will be listed from Robinhood on the June 27th. So this is the deadline. Users who still have ADA, Matic, Solana in their Robinhood accounts on 27th June will have those assets automatically sold on the market. So this is one of the reasons why this panic happened, even though it was a clear manipulation. Like it's same if we see a heavy pump in the market happen. A heavy dump is also clear manipulation, and a heavy pump. So this is one of the reasons. Also we see Crypto.com suspend US institutional exchange service. I mean, okay, Crypto.com is also not one of the best exchanges in my opinion, but we see more and more companies start to leaving, or part of the business start to leaving the US, and it's good because we are moving from the US to the Eastern world, to China and so on and so on. And if the US will not take advantage of this new crypto technology, then China will do it. And we don't need US to succeed, that the industry will the industry will succeed anyway, with US or without US. And you will see that the US will pivot and will suck heavily, deep throat the industry to come back. Trust me, we are still here in this in this falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern. We are even not touched the support line at 25,100, so it's still quite bullish. This pattern indicates us that the technical price target is the top of the wedge around 31k. You see it here around 31k, because the top of the wedge is always the price target. And as I told you, on the total crypto market cap, this is one of the leading indicators if you're trading crypto, Bitcoin, doesn't matter, altcoins. We have been squeezed so heavily until really the last days and minutes, and I told you the breakout or breakdown will be heavily, and we see right now we dumping, the market cap is dumping. And yes, the danger is that because if we are further zooming out, we see we are in this symmetrical broadening wedge, and we could go the whole total crypto market cap as low as 800 billion, as you see it here. Okay, you don't see it here, you see it here right now, at as low as 800 billion to retest this yellow support line. However, don't forget, on the big picture, on the monthly basis, what we are watching here, Bitcoin, we are still creating higher lows, as you see here. So on the big picture, never forget to watch the big picture. This is nothing what happened. You see this dump, where everyone is screaming and shitting in their pants, it's nothing. You see it here. So guys, come on, don't panic. This is a nice buy opportunity in my opinion. Even though we could go lower, it's still a nice dollar cost average opportunity. And if you're watching my channel, I told you the whole time, yes, this relief rally can continue to the upside, or we could see some more dump to even 18,000 or even 17, 16,000, right? To retest this support line, which is a support line since Bitcoin ever was made, you see, since 2011, 2012. So, and in the big picture, this dips which we see right now, it's even nothing compared to the dip which we saw in the previous bull run, because it's in the previous bear market. It's always like that. We topping out, then we have a bear market for 1 year, then we have a relief rally to the upside, then we have another dip which is not as low as the previous dip, but this is the last dip before we see a relief rally to the upside, before the bull market happening. And right now, or the previous one, the relief rally was till 13,000, and then we saw a dip of over 17%. So right now we dipped only Right now we dipped only by 17% since the top of 30,000, 32,000 or whatever it was. So we could see still a dip of over 40% on all from the top of the relief rally. This is really no time to panic. We can go even lower, and yes, altcoins can be even more crushed. So in the big picture, we always saw a dip, and this is the time when you have to buy. On the big picture, the relief rally, or not the relief, the real bull market starting with every halving, you see it here, the green field, then we are going into a bull run. So right now the halving will be on the April 2024, and the bull market is always approximately 1 year till mid-end 2025. So right now we have around 10 months to accumulate our favorite altcoins, and this is what I did. I show you in a second which altcoins I accumulated. Another good news is that we formed a CME gap. We see right now it stopped because it's the old traditional shit market. You see here Bitcoin was the day and the trading day ended at 26,475, 26,500, let's say. But Bitcoin is trading right now at here around 25,600. So we are right now approximately, wait a minute here, we are approximately around here right now. The price of Bitcoin is here. So we formed here the CME gap. So we could see in the next days, or especially on Monday, that this CME gap get closed and we see massive pump to 26,500, so 3% pump of Bitcoin, and altcoins would obviously outperform Bitcoin, because altcoins outperforming Bitcoin in a bull run, but also outperform in a bear run. So if we see a drop down, then altcoins also outperforming, unfortunately, Bitcoin by getting crushed much more than Bitcoin. It's all nothing new for us, so I don't know why the panic is out there. I mean, it's maybe for the people who are not long in this market, so no panic at all. This CME gap has not to be closed, but it tend to be closed, and we have still the CME gap at 21k open, so which speaks for it that we could still even see more dump here to 21k, right, which would be 17 to 18% dump, and people will cry and say they will leave crypto, and hopefully they will say it, because if they will say it, this is the moment when you know 100% this is the last days of Bitcoin so low on and altcoins. This is the last, you can literally count the minutes until we see pump. So still be careful, we could see some more dump to the downside, but this is right now the time, in my opinion, to accumulate. This is what I did. In a second I show you the coins. We see the Bitcoin dominance chart spiked up as we saw that the SEC declared some altcoins as securities. We see the Bitcoin dominance pumped to the upside and broke a massive support line. It's not confirmed yet. I mean, this daily candle has to be closed, and it's still not so convincible candle, in my opinion. And you see also the money is not running somewhere into stocks or bonds. No, the money is running into Bitcoin right now. So you see the altcoins got crushed, but the people moving their money into Bitcoin right now. And as I told you, this one is not right now the candle to be clear on the Bitcoin dominance chart. It means if the dominance chart is pumping, Bitcoin outperforming altcoins. If the dominance chart is falling, altcoins outperforming Bitcoin. In my opinion, this one could be, with the words of Mikey Bull, bulls, alts are expecting pullbacks. This may be the last major pullback before alt season, and this chart also perfectly showing us that in case we're getting here rejected, we see here massive dump happen on this Bitcoin dominance chart, which would mean altcoins would heavily outperform Bitcoin. Where very important to watch for us is the BNB token, because BNB is right now traded at $235. We don't want to see BNB dropping below $200. This is here the massive support line, because in case we are dropping below $200, then we can expect that BNB will drop to the level of around $35, which was the previous support line before the bull run 2021-2022. And in case we are dropping so far, we can expect that Binance go bankrupt. So be careful with it. I would move my funds out of Binance. I sold also my BNB and bought instead AGX, for example. And if you want to move your coins, I would to move them on a cold wallet. But if you don't have right now your cold wallet, move it on Bybit. Bybit have proof of funds, have no FAT. Link is down below. And you get, even if you're trading by leverage, you get even $1,000 free long or short position. Link is all down below, bratans. Let us further go and watch Bitcoin Ethereum chart, and we see right now we broke it again down. This is what we don't want to see, because we want that Ethereum outperform Bitcoin, because if Ethereum outperform Bitcoin, then altcoins also outperform Bitcoin. And we see, yes, we drop it down, but it's still 8 hours to close and it's still not convincible. You see, not so convincible. I mean, it's broke down, but it's not clearly closed, and it's not a clear broke down when we see here candle closing like here, the clear body. So it still speaks for, we could see here and next week massive relief rally to the upside. Watch out for the long short chart, because we see here with this dip, you see it here, yeah, okay, you see here this white line is the Bitcoin price, the purple line is the long short ratio, and if it spikes up, it means more longs in the market than shorts. And as we saw this dump on the Bitcoin price, which happening at 5-6 a.m. European time. We saw longs are exploded, so people start to long Bitcoin. And this is not so good, because what we want to see that people stop to long Bitcoin. This is the moment when we know, okay, we will see bounce again. Because if we see here that again we are over 2.5 by effect of 2.5, longs outperform shorts, so more longs in the market than shorts, it means that the market maker could liquidate the longs. So we could see some more dip happening, so the dip increasing the risk of further liquidation. So we could see further liquidation. This is what the market maker wants. Also, we see funding rates hitting 0.01. Just hasn't been good news for Bitcoin this week. So basically, you see it here. Wait a minute, I show you here right now we see the funding rates are right now at positive. You see it here on Binance 0.0028, here a little bit minus, on DYDX positive, on Bybit positive, on Gate.io, on BitGet, on CoinEx, Binance, blah, 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 blah. So they're positive. What we want to see, we want negative funding rates in order, because if we have negative funding rates, it speaks for Bitcoin and altcoins will pump. So this is right now, this could mean right now that we could see some more dump happening. And if we are watching this chart of the symmetrical triangle, it speaks also for it that we could see some more dump to 25,100 or even to 25K, right? To support, to retest this support line. So no panic at all. Which is quite bullish is that Fox said now might be a good time to consider quitting crypto, to consider quitting crypto. This is exactly what we want to hear. We want that the mainstream media is saying us quit crypto, because it speaks for that the whales are loading up. They want that you sell your crypto, that they can buy it cheap back. And this is exactly what seems what happened in the 5 a.m. morning time. Someone has decided to buy back crypto very, very cheap, because we didn't have this massive big news to cause all this altcoins to dump, especially on the weekend, right? So if we are watching further, this is also very bullish. Former SEC chair, so right now the chairman of the SEC is Gary Gensler, this clown who is doing all this regulation into altcoins, Bitcoin, crypto, who's trying to that all the crypto industry is leaving America. But he says, a former CA, so before Gary Gensler, he said, Jay Clayton said, crypto has not been handled well by the industry or regulators, which is so bullish, because you see, not everyone is on the side of Gary Gensler, especially former people who have been in the government seats. So this is very, very bullish in my opinion, because this he said publicly. And even though I'm not a big fan of Chris, he's the CEO of Crypto.com, but he says in very good words, as expected, following this blah, 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 I guess we are in the then we fight you stage on the crypto adoption curve. Make no mistake, crypto industry will go through this and emerge stronger than ever. He says with the words of Mahatma Gandhi, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. So we are in the last stage before the crypto industry will win. And this last stage perfectly fits with this theory, or not this theory, this big pattern, which showing us we are only less than 10 months away from the halving, and from the halving the bull market will start. So it perfectly everything makes sense. And also, if we are watching right now the Wyckoff accumulation, clearly showing us that before we see another run to the upside, we see that the market has a major dip before we see wait a minute, I go a little bit down. Before you see here this massive dip, before we see a massive pump to the upside. So the relief rally could not be over yet. Be careful. Yes, we could see some more pump, we could see some more dump. It all doesn't matter, because in the big picture, we see we are right now only 10 months away from the bull market. And even though the relief rally could go to 35K to our price tag, 36K, or we could see dump to 17K, it all doesn't matter in the big picture. So which altcoins I'm right now buying? We see the market dipped heavily. I mean, we saw a massive dump. We saw Polygon over 26% down, Aptos 24% down, Sandbox 22% down, ApeCoin 22% down, Solana 21%, Pepe 21%, Flow 21%, Gala 21%, Injective 20%. These all are massive blue chip projects. Okay, Pepe is a meme coin, but the other ones are massive blue chip projects. And I show you also right now which altcoins I bought. Here you see it in my Telegram group. I wrote you. So I bought in this dip FXS, Engine, SNX, GMX, IDEX, the decentralized exchange, Aptos, Pepe, FTM, SUI. Also I bought, I'm not sure if I wrote it here, DYDX also decentralized chain, Gala, Arbitrum, Fed, Matic, Solana, Algorand. I mean, you have right now an opportunity to buy with a, wait a minute, here, you have right now an opportunity to buy with over 20% discount on your favorite altcoins. So in my opinion, this is a massive buying opportunity. Even though we could see much more down, we could see another 50% down. Yes, we could see potentially, but then I'm buying even more. So in my opinion, again, with the words of the famous investor who really knows when to invest, of Baron Rothschild, the best time to buy is when everyone else is selling. It's a great time to purchase when there's blood on the street. So I'm doing it right now. I'm buying it right now. If you want to see which portfolio I'm building for the bull market 2024-2025, link is down below to my Telegram group. It's only $100 per month. You can cancel every month. I show you exactly what I'm building, which portfolio I'm building. However, you have always to do your own research, because I could be wrong with it, obviously, but I'm going all in right now. So, bratans, if you have any questions, write me down below. Thank you everyone for watching. I kiss you. And wait a minute, before very important, the next Fed meeting is in 4 days. So in 4 days, it's expected that they will pause the interest rates. And as soon as they pause the interest rates, we could see another pump in the market happening. So let us watch. Don't panic right now, but don't put all your money in, but DCA right now into the market. The same I'm doing also right now. Thank you everyone for watching. I kiss you and I see you later.